fear? What was the motive that she presented back then? God, this is harkening back to so long ago. Human connections?
I got it!
I think.
The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys?
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
Each video showed the total destruction of your
See, I
most
was thinking
important
like love,
relationships.
which is part of human connections.
For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question! So...
This
what was the
bitch
theme
is
for
nuts.
the second motive?
Greed? Or, what is, I was thinking of the money. What else did she present? The past?
Got it!
Yes,
It
okay.
was our past, right?
This is...
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets!
Yeah, that's what it was.
And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
Yep.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
Greed.
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again!
That one was clear.
Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What a shame.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Blackmail? And or secrets, I guess. But I'm gonna go with blackmail. Secrets. I can't remember. Well, I mean, it kind of was blackmail.
Shoot!
I guess in that case, what led to Sakura killing herself was secrets. Well... Well, I mean, I guess she was betraying Monokuma.
Shoot!
But... And hiding the fact that she betrayed us, kind of? But she kind of also unbetrayed us by
I got it!
not betraying...
In her case,
That was a
it
complex
was
one.
betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships, secrets, money, betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world.
This one's my
In fact,
favorite.
there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer
Yeah.
is this stupid speech of yours?
I mean, it is pretty long. I feel like I
Weren't
haven't
we
said anything in
discussing our
half an
missing
hour.
memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And
Hope they
plus,
could get
you
out?
haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you
Because
talking
in the
about?
video, we agreed to be here
If none of
potentially
you
forever.
wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Correctamundo!
Which
Okay,
means
that one made
if
sense.
we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Okay.
Really?
Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie
The
dokie.
real hint?
Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the
That's what I was
outside
afraid it was gonna
world.
be.
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something
That's the
really
one.
did happen out there.
That's what I was afraid
Now,
of.
are you interested in what I have to say? You want to see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I want to see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
Uh-huh. Huh? 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 I admit that's not what I was expecting. But... Come again?
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense!
For once, I agree with Hero.
What am I looking at?
Yeah.
Scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it. That world
Come again?
is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial.
There's another class trial? Wait. For what? Oh my god.
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck
Oh, this
happened
bitch is
outside?
nuts.
You want us to remember or whatever, but When it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us,
Oh, I didn't mean to fire that.
I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
Indeed.
Nobody can remember anything. This is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
Genocide Jack might remember, though.
Come on, bitches! Remember?
Genocide Jill, if her memory is separate,
The footage
might not have had her memory stolen?
What am I supposed to be remembering?
Nobody can remember anything. No, that's wrong.
Okay, okay. That's a good look. That's a good start. It all ends
She might remember.
here.
Who might remember?
The other Toko. Genocide Jack.
What?
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
Which would be advantageous
What do you say,
for us.
Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her? No! Absolutely not! That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity!
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
Dun, da, da, da!
That's all it took.
Me, your
Of course.
friendly neighborhood
Oh,
serial
yeah.
killer.
So manipulative.
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you.
That's about
nice
right.
to meet you too.
That's
about
enough.
what I expected.
Just look at the stupid screen.
Aye, aye. Roger, you got it, Captain.
What, are aliens invading, or I'm so what?
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but...
But...
Of course it does!
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know? Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
What is it indeed?
What's the matter, mister? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
The tragedy?
That's the tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening. But it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Seriously.
Because it's all because of that event. What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is...
What?
Now?
The world's
What
been
does that
destroyed.
mean?
Get it?
Destroyed?
No, I don't get it.
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago.
Uh-huh.
It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it.
What?
I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
What does that
And as a
entail?
result, in basically no time flat. The world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all
That
there
told
is
us
to it?
nothing.
Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Morose saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die!
So,
This is the truth!
all of this is seriously coming to me in like the
Okay,
last
that's enough of your little lover's quarrel.
chapter.
Whatever happened,
The
doesn't
world has
matter
ended.
At this exact point in time,
Everything you
right?
know is a lie.
The end justifies
Nothing you
the
did
means.
mattered.
Everything serves the outcome. In other words,
Your memory
the world has ended.
is wrong.
That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down.
Everything you knew
It's
is a
okay.
lie.
There's no
You've
need
been
to
lied
panic.
to the entire
Every
game.
living person will
You
be
had
dead
no
in
way of
100
knowing
years
anything.
Anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
And nothing matters anymore.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you.
Is that seriously
It's the story
what
of
I'm
the
being
Tagami
told?
Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
To be honest, I'm not really sure. I mean, I guess it could be that the Tagami family fell, but I don't know. I mean, it. No. That can't be. No, it can't be the first one. It could be that the Tagami family fell, but I think it's no. But this is just a guess. Again, how am I supposed to know this? But I don't have a lot of time. I'm just gonna go with the Tagami family
Well
fell.
done, peasant.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
I mean, that's kind of how this whole trial has been for me, Junko, so you hit the nail on the head.
Answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Tagami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone! The Togami family is destined to guide the world!
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago. If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Ooh,
Are you saying we were...
I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Huh?
Huh?
2 years ago?
Well, I mean,
Why am I getting mind
fucked?
fucked?
Hope Peak Academy 2 years ago.
What is any of this?
What the this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God.
So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Everything that's happened at this
Answer
school?
with all your heart and soul.
Can she just stay as the queen the whole time? That was my favorite.
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Now you feel like me, Hito. I feel like I'm just getting hit with a torrential waterfall of information that I had no way of figuring out up till now. At least, not that I can think that I had any chance of figuring it out up till now. In any realistic sense. I mean, I could have theorized some of it, but not in any realistic, like, this is, I actually think what happened. Our life at Hope's Peak, obviously.
If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. Nope. No, no, no. Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
So how old
That's
are we?
right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life.
How?
That's not possible!
I don't see how that's possible either. How do you steal someone's memories? I still haven't understood that. That still hasn't been explained to me. I've just been told that it's irrelevant. But I'm not convinced it is irrelevant. Oh my, that's a lot of bullets. Oh my god, I shouldn't be playing on mean. I suck at this game.
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years?
2 years.
Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This is all just surreal.
Plus,
Even
if
Byakuya
2
is scared.
years have passed. How freaking old am I?
That's what I was asking.
Everyone's so
I have a lot of options here. Kyoko's account. No. I don't want to believe it,
Worth
but
of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living.
locker notebook. You have attended a single class.
2 years?
I have proof of that.
That's impossible! I mean,
I haven't gone to any
awesome school.
I've never even gone to a single class.
Wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, I was able to figure that one out, at least. I'm happy about that.
Hiro, there's something I'd like you to take a look at.
Something kind of creepy
This
that I
notebook
found.
right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
What's that?
You sure
Is
about
something
that?
wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No!
Indeed.
No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies!
Somehow we all
It's all
did.
one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on?
You mean had stolen from us?
How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down.
That's so...
You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you
He's
talking
like
about?
a lasagna. Apparently my
In a
room's
way,
like lasagna
I'm
too.
jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves. I'm sick of expositioning all this shit.
I liked it better that way though, but my brain is a lasagna
Figure out
inside
where
of
your
my head right
memories come
now.
apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Where our memories come apart? I mean, I guess when we fainted, right? Because we remember walking up to the school.
The moment I lost my memories, I can't think of any time other than that day.
Well, that's the last day we can remember. That's not necessarily the moment we lost our memories, you know?
When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on the desk.
Yeah? How does any of this
I
resolve
assumed
the...
not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof, gone. Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, But
by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school.
Yup.
That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were
How
all
does this
such
resolve the
close
conflict of the
friends.
game?
You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was
I feel so
also
conflicted
you could
right now.
escape into a world that's already been annihilated.
Is this all true?
What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this.
Well, yeah. Obviously.
I love you all so much.
What?
I know you do. It's a
Once your
one-sided
school
thing.
life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much,
I'll tell you all about it! All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair! Our plan to bring despair to all mankind!
How much exposition is there to have here?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to
Okay.
when everyone first came to this school.
Yeah. The last thing
During
we
that
remember,
first
you mean?
year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst.
I bet it was.
Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy.
You keep saying that, but what does that
All
mean?
too
That's
soon,
not
the world's
anything.
days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a
Aliens?
point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon.
Huh?
Everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask
I
you
don't
to
understand
try to
how.
understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then something super neat happened. Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once. So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter. That's right. It was transformed into a shelter. Ah, I said it twice.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of
That
you
would be
know
the
who that might
headmaster.
have been?
I got it! It could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
Hope Peak?
He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us.
And that's the context for the
protect us
video that I've been asking for this whole time.
From the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
Potentially.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair.
Okay, I guess.
I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
This is too
Once
much.
you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time
What
for
is
me
this
and
game?
Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
I'm not even talking. I can't even talk.
Spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
The tragedy, that's still just a term. It means nothing.
Go around killing each other?
You've explained nothing about it.
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope.
But you were
So
just
I
telling
thought I
us how
should show
hope is
them,
necessary to
which
fuel
is why
despair. So you don't want to. You don't want to extinguish it because you need it,
Tell me.
right? What did the mastermind did to show everyone else in the outside world was? That was. I didn't actually what? What the mastermind did to show everybody out in the outside world? Can I have a? Can I? No, I want to. And he wanted to show everybody in the outside world that. A? Ah, damn it. How? D? No. L. No. A. I missed. A. No. N? S? I don't even know what. H? H? H. Had it? Halek? Hope? No. H-O. Hot. Hit. He. I. No. No, leave me. No, leave me alone. The letters are too hard to hit. I suck! That worked out well. I have no hearts hardly. I? Yes. Hid. High duck? High cuck? High tuck? High knack? Hijack? Hijack? That's my best guess. Because I didn't get a chance to read the whole sentence about what I'm trying to be saying. They want to show the world that they could hijack the radio signals? Is that it?
Now I understand.
What did I miss out on?
You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
And you just wanted to show that you could?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
Oh, what they did to show the world what was going on
That was the
here.
whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way,
I thought the world
since
ended.
we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious? But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all.
They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end,
So instead,
I
you'd
was
rather
able to
force
give
yours
them
on the
the
world.
final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So,
This is fucked up,
does it
man.
make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved
What
the
is this
mystery,
game?
but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Well, that's
Truth can be full of
obvious.
despair, too. Like right fucking now.
No shit, bitch.
Not to mention,
But is that the
all
truth?
those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't
Through the
just
manipulation
random
of a certain
strangers
someone.
either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
Calm down, Kyoko.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
Oh,
Get it.
finally, some restraint from
Get it,
Genocide
okay?
Jill.
You're totally awesome, right? We get it already! So help us! I'll do anything! Just help
What?
me!
A peasant begging for
Is
his
this really
life?
the end?
Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
I agree.
Huh?
Danganronpa.